The healthy human mind doesn't wake up in the morning thinking this is its last day on Earth. But I think that's a luxury, not a curse. To know you're close to the end is a kind of freedom. Good time to take inventory.
If you have played the Call of Duty games and love them, I don't need to introduce him to you. He is the guy you can count on with your life on the battlefield, the man whom you would want to have by your side in a fight, and someone you wouldn't dare go up against even in your nightmares. Of course, I am talking about the man, the myth, the legend, Captain John Price. He is one of the beloved characters from the Modern Warfare series. So let's dive into the full story of Captain John Price.
Right. What the hell kind of name is Soap, eh?
Prisoner 627. I'm coming for you, Makarov. My war ends with you.
The very first time we see Captain Price is in the FNG mission of Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. He is, of course, a British soldier who works for the SAS. We see through the perspective of Soap, who is the new guy. This is the very first thing Captain Price says.
Right. What the hell kind of name is Soap, eh? How'd a muppet like you pass selection?
We do not know about his childhood or anything that takes place before Modern Warfare, but we do see him in an event where he was still a lieutenant. In 1996, 15 years prior to the events of Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, Price held the rank of lieutenant and served as a designated sharpshooter in the 22nd SAS Regiment. He was deployed to Pripyat, Ukraine, under the command of Captain Macmillan on a covert operation to assassinate arms dealer Imran Zakhaev. From this mission, it becomes clear that Captain Macmillan was the man Price looked up to when he was young and learned a lot from. Price even shows similar techniques mixed with his own in later games. Price takes the shot on Zakhaev and believes he has been taken care of, but Zakhaev survives with only the loss of an arm. They make their escape through a very hot zone with enemies coming from everywhere, and with Macmillan being crippled. The next time we see Price is in the mission Crew Expendable. Bravo team is deployed to the Bering Strait and assaults an Estonian cargo ship containing a nuclear device, where they find intel about Russia working with the terrorists. Soon after, the ship is attacked, and the team narrowly escapes as the ship sinks.
We're all aboard! Go!
Price and Soap then go to a village in Russia where their friend and informer Nikolai is being held hostage by ultranationalists. With the help of Sergeant Kamarov's loyalists, they rescue their compromised informant. After receiving valuable intel from Nikolai, Price leads the team to Azerbaijan to capture Khaled al-Assad, who has set off a nuclear device concealed in his capital city, killing tens of thousands of US Marines. The team fights their way through al-Assad's defenses and eventually captures him inside his safe house, where Price tortures him for intel. Price learns that Imran Zakhaev is still alive and executes al-Assad.
Who was that, sir?
Zakhaev. Imran Zakhaev.
Zakhaev is the mastermind behind every terrorist attack. Price shares the story of his past mission to assassinate Zakhaev with the rest of the team. After escaping the ultranationalists, Price leads a joint task force in capturing Zakhaev's son, Viktor Zakhaev. When they finally confront him, Viktor Zakhaev commits suicide before Soap can comply. Viktor's death deeply affects Imran Zakhaev, who threatens to launch missiles at the United States. In the end, he still launches them anyway. However, the SAS and Marines fights through the facility, deactivates the nukes and saves the day. After deactivating the missiles, Price, Soap, Gaz, and Griggs are chased on a highway in trucks, but an enemy Hind helicopter destroys a bridge, halting their escape. Both Griggs and Gaz gets killed. It seems like the end of the line, but just then, Price manages to slide his M1911 over to Soap, who kills Zakhaev and his bodyguards. Call of Duty 4 ends with Soap and Price being rescued, leaving the possibility that Price might be dead. But, well, he is a very hard man to kill. Sometime after recovering, Price and Soap were reassigned to General Shepard's newly formed elite unit, Task Force 141. On October 8, 2013, Price led a joint task force operation, codenamed Operation Kingfish, to raid an ultranationalist base in Ukraine, suspected to house Makarov. However, the mission went horribly wrong, and Price was captured while covering the team's escape. He was then taken to the Gulag, located to the east of Petropavlovsk, Russia, where he became known as Prisoner 627. 3 years later, Soap, now known as Captain McTavish, goes to save an unknown prisoner in a gulag to the east of Petropavlovsk, Russia, and discovers that it is Price.
Drop it!
Soap? Price?
This belongs to you, sir.
Who's Soap?
After his reinstatement, Price agrees to help the task force in their attempt to kill Vladimir Makarov. However, Price decides, against the wishes of General Shepard, who insisted that Makarov be their top priority, that the war still raging in the United States needs to end before they focus on Makarov.
You've been in the gulag too long, Price. Focus on taking out Makarov.
No time, sir. We need to end this war today.
I'm not asking you, Price. This is an order. You're to...
Looks like we lost our connection.
He acts as a specialist in a raid on a Russian naval base, ostensibly to destroy a submarine, but instead launches a nuclear missile towards the United States, which is destroyed by a massive EMP. They then split into two groups to search for Makarov. The first group, containing Ghost and Roach, goes to a safe house on the Georgian-Russian border, while the second group, consisting of Price and Soap, goes to an aircraft boneyard in southwestern Afghanistan. Sadly, General Shepard betrays them and kills Ghost and Roach because he wants to be the war hero and write the history as the victor. In a desperate move, Price takes help from Makarov to get to Shepard. They go through long intense fight and a very dangerous boat chase. They finally kill Shepard, bringing an end to his treachery. After killing Shepard, Soap's wounds nearly cause him to bleed to death during the trip to Nikolai's safe house in India. To make matters worse, a large group of Makarov's men assault the safe house in an attempt to eliminate the remnants of Task Force 141. During the attack, a new character named Yuri, who harbors a deep hatred for Makarov, is introduced, although his reasons are initially unknown. Despite the odds, they manage to escape the safe house alive. 2 months later, Price, Soap, and Yuri head to Africa in pursuit of Makarov, expecting him to be present at his weapons facility. However, they discover that Makarov is not there. Instead, they learn that chemical weapons are being shipped to European capitals as part of a preemptive strike to pave the way for the Russian army's invasion. Price secretly sends a transmission to London to warn his former commanding officer, Macmillan, about the imminent threat, but unfortunately, the warning arrives too late. Soon after, a wave of chemical attacks devastates the European cities. The intelligence provided by Macmillan leads the team to a local warlord in Somalia, named Warabi, who was affiliated with Makarov. Captain Price conducts another intense interrogation to gather information.
Look familiar.
No, please!
Where's Makarov? Tell me and it's yours.
Our contact was a man named Volk. We never met Makarov.
Where's their sport?
Paris! He oversaw the delivery in Paris!
Right then, this is for the boys at Hereford.
Meanwhile, another team captures a man named Volk in Paris and extracts information about Makarov's whereabouts, leading them to Hotel Lustig. Price, Soap, and Yuri infiltrate the hotel, but Makarov becomes aware of the assassination attempt and detonates bombs planted on Kamarov and in the church occupied by Soap and Yuri. Makarov seems to know Yuri and Soap is gravely injured. While everyone was wishing that this was nothing but a scratch and our boy can pull through this, sadly Soap couldn't make it this time. After a sad farewell, Yuri reveals that he once worked with Makarov and he betrayed and shot him when he refused to kill innocent people. Now all he wants is to kill Makarov. Price gives Yuri a second chance and they both vow to kill Makarov. While the war came to an end for others, Price had one last battle to fight. One last man to kill. So Price and Yuri suited up and attacked Hotel Oasis in the Arabian Peninsula, where Makarov was hiding. Makarov was trying to escape in a helicopter, but this time Price wasn't letting him go. So he crashed the chopper on the hotel roof. But Makarov was still standing and Price in the ground. Yuri shot his former friend in the left shoulder, distracting him. Makarov retaliates by killing Yuri with 2 shots to the shoulders and 1 to the head. Enraged by the loss of his friend, Price unleashes his fury on Makarov. With Makarov's reign of terror finally halted, Price celebrates his victory by lighting a cigar and observing the lifeless body of his nemesis. Even though Price managed to survive until the very end, he lost everything. He gained victory but at the cost of his beloved friends. He was alone in the end. However, we know he would not back down if the time came for him to fight again. He will keep fighting in honor of Soap, Ghost, Roach, Yuri, Gaz, Sandman, and all the good friends he lost along the way. That was everything about Captain Price. The reboot has a different story with him, and it is set in a different universe, so don't mix them up. Anyway, have an amazing day and keep fighting until your last breath. I will see you guys in another video, with another great story. Peace.